Welcome back to the channel, people. Today we will be breaking down and finding out the answers. Is there more opportunities in site work as a plumber, or is there more opportunities in maintenance as a plumber? So I've done both of them. I've been a plumber for 21 years. So I'm going to give you my opinion at the end. And I also would like you to give your opinion right now in the comment section, because you might have done one or the other. So we want to hear from you as well. So the UK is broken down into two massive areas when it comes to plumbing, yeah? We both know them, you've heard me speak about them before, but I'm actually gonna break some of them down because this is some information which I found out myself, which would be interesting to share with you guys. So make sure you're subscribed, liked, and shared, and you're dropping a comment below. Let's get on with it. So it's split up into two different areas. One of the areas are new builds and installation work, which we understand goes on all the time. We see it, new properties go up. We think, oh, okay. So these projects, yeah, are normally, when it comes to the larger projects, is where you're going to make your money, right? But high money payouts, that comes with a little bit of a catch. The high money payouts come with a little bit of a catch. What's the catch? Well, when the work's done, it's done, isn't it? There's no more work, is there? They're going to tell you that there's somewhere else to go to, but you might have to wait until that project gets started, and you might have to be waiting around because the materials are not there. Loads of different things, isn't it? Very different, right? But the money's good. The money's good. Just remember that. So we're going to talk about the second area, which is maintenance. Maintenance and repair services. The UK spends over 60 billion every single year on just alone building services, yeah? So building maintenance grosses that, but a lot of that goes towards plumbing. So we're talking about maintenance jobs, what you would do when it comes to on-site. And what they say and what I have found is maintenance brings stability when it comes to constant work and constant money. So if you're interested in installation, you're going to be paid maybe high amounts of money, one-off payments, basically. That makes sense to me when I think about it, because when you think about your price work, yeah, you're on price because they want you to complete a job, because they have to get out and they have to give these units over to the people, right? So you're thinking to yourself, all right, cool, I've got 8 days on price. But 8 days on price is good, but maybe you're going back down to getting £150, £120 a day, because there's not nothing else to do, right? And they're not going to pay you the price to be able to finish it because they're not in a rush for it to be finished. That's something that I noticed when it came to doing price work, because I would be rushing and going to the different sites and then learning that there's only 6 weeks, there's only 7 weeks here. So there's only 6 weeks of price, and then we've got to start looking for somewhere else because we've got to go to a next project where we're also earning that same amount of money, which is, you end up chasing the postcodes. That's what I learned from being a London plumber. And I said to myself, I can't do that because that's not stable. Sometimes you're in Shepherd's Bush, another time you're in Acton. It's just all over the place, and you're traveling, commuting as well. So you got to all add that into the factor of the day. It becomes a lot for a plumber. But, there are so many homes, yeah, which need new boilers because they're not compliant. So that is something where plumbers definitely do a lot of winning when it comes to domestic work, and that's undeniable. And you have your repairs, but someone who actually works in maintenance can actually do repairs, because you do repairs all the time, every day. You might be a bit institutionalized to seeing the regular armoured shank taps, what you normally work on, and not seeing any other style or brand of taps for a long while. But it's up to you to keep yourself well within the knowledge of learning about what is out there when it comes to taps nowadays, whether it be an instant heated tap, a Groard tap, or something like that. Whatever brand it might be, just make sure that you're well aware of that brand and you've read the instructions, because as long as you can read, you can do, and hopefully it will be done. That's the whole plan. I think people tend to go for site work because it's a cliche and something which people see themselves an easy way in. So being on site, it's not too bad. I get to be outside, I get to do this, do that. But there's a lot of rules on sites now. So therefore, there's not this so much freedom of going where you want or doing what you want. You've got to actually sign in when you come in, whether that be a finger recognition thing or whatever it is. That was the last time I was on a site. And I found that a bit too intrusive of my personal space and who I am as a person. I don't know what you're doing with my fingerprint neither, because I wouldn't want my data to be shared amongst people. I think I got into that style of thinking and the turnstiles and all of that when you come in and out. It's just, it's a bit too much for me. It's not what I want to do. And the environment as well. Some people can put up with being in a dirty environment all the time. I know as a plumber we've got to do that sometimes, but I have to do that less when I'm doing maintenance, and that makes just life a little bit easier for myself. But I guess some of that is all personal opinion, and again, it depends on the environments where you work in. I've worked a lot on high-end maintenance, so properties what are worth 30, 40. I had a property what was worth 30 million. I used to look after a property that was worth 100 million as well, which again, lavish to the lavish, opulent of the opulent. Again, you're dealing with different clients and customers, and I kind of enjoyed it. I took an experience away from it. I feel that everybody doesn't want to do that, and it was something which I enjoyed. It was something which I could say to myself, it's another skill which I possess now, but it's an area which I can explore now and have it as an avenue, right? And it's a good opener to go to other things of that caliber. So it helps me. Would I go back to site now today? The answer is no for me today, just because I feel as if the skill of a plumber on site, they're trying to fade out as much as they can by bringing in pods and stuff like that. So therefore, you're not even doing the kitchen carcass and stuff like that nowadays. It's just basic stuff, yeah. That's my personal opinion, but I'd always like to know what you think personally and how you feel the UK is when it comes to being a plumber. Is there more work out there as someone that does installations, that goes around and does bathrooms and stuff like that? Because that's all included as installation as well. I just didn't really mention it because when you start looking at high-end maintenance bathrooms, it's not in comparison because, you know, well, I was looking after at a point £1 million bathrooms instead of a bathroom which cost £10,000. I'm not trying to say there's no difference, because, you know, it's a room in it which gets used to shower and bathing. But I guess having stuff which equates to this amount of money needs to be looked after and maintained to a certain degree. And some of your other stuff just needs to make sure that you've even just put a limescale buster in the first place, you know what I mean? Because you're not protecting nothing if you're not doing that to begin with. But hey, that's just a little plumbing joke for you to get with. But I would like you to tell me your thoughts below on how you feel about this. It's Mr. London Plumber. Make sure you like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next upload. Let's get it.